Welcome back to The Vocalist. I'm sure you've already guessed by the title of this video, but today's analysis is in fact foreshadowing things to come. The very next video on the channel will be Maphra's cover of this same song, but I thought it would be good to hear the original first. So today we are listening to Bring Me the Horizon perform the song Doomed live. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get this transition again. Oh my goodness. Okay. 2.5 minutes of this beautiful orchestral opening. What a treat. I feel like it was kind of its own standalone piece, honestly. I don't know if they do this in the studio recording or not, or if it was specific to this live performance, but it was really thrilling. I mean, at first I thought it was just gonna sort of be ambiance music when I saw the mallet instrument, but then you start to hear the strings, the horns, the way everything came together. It was very dramatic. I won't go back right now. I'll go back later to listen to it again because it's really a beautiful opening. So I'm excited to see how this progresses.
Come let me up, just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts. You're all a vampire, so here, you can have my heart.
He has a really beautiful, soft tone. Something that I could see across many genres. Definitely something very pop and mainstream if he wanted to. Obviously, I wouldn't consider this particular, what I've heard from this piece thus far, I don't know that I would consider it pop mainstream, but that really nice velvety, sort of easy listening sound that we're getting from his vocals, I really enjoy the effect that they are giving to this piece. I'm gonna make a lot of noise. Maybe not too much. I have a lot of clutter on my desk. I do want to see what, as always, I have to see what genre the internet categorizes different bands in. So, rock band. Doesn't look like anything more is listed. Oh, another genre listed is metal. So we'll see how this goes. Okay.
The world's a funeral, a room of ghosts. No hint of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just get a bone. They keep the chair, but we untie the rope.
The way he pronounced echo, let me back that up. That was giving me something that was, I don't know, a little more punk.
No sign of pulse, only an echo, just get a bone.
A little more nasal. We heard that nice glottal echo at the onset of the word as well.
The chair, but we untie the rope.
We got a little more texture as he ascended there. It wasn't overwhelming though. I'm starting to wonder, obviously not today in this video, but I will also listen to the studio version of this song because I imagine it is, I don't know, I would imagine it's a little bit more rock metal focused. I think the orchestra is, I mean, it's gorgeous. Of course, I love it. And it's creating this really lush sound, but I don't know. Sorry, my mind is swimming. I guess I'm not sure if that's, if this is the best representation, especially knowing that I'm about to listen to a very metal cover of this same song. I want to back it into some of that chorus again. Nice and spread, and there are still some punk elements. You could kind of hear that little yodel at the end of Parade.
Now there's no way
interesting. One, I love the silence between these sections. It's very impactful with that slight bit of percussion to keep the song moving. I really enjoy that. His voice, we're getting so much contrast. It's this section when he's in more of a speaking range, it's so velvety compared to when he's in the chorus and we're getting that texture. Yeah, this is very speech-like. I would imagine this is very closely, I'm imagining, it's closely aligned to his speaking voice. I love that they turned the mic up enough so that he could enjoy this texture. While it's not as harsh as what we hear in the chorus, airiness, that velvety warmth, that is a texture in itself. There is air coming through the chords. So the contrast is just, I really enjoy it.
You must have made some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead I'm awake. The devil told me no room for cheats. I thought I sold my soul, but you can't really see.
There are so many layers here because you have these vocalists who are singing actual notes. There are moments where the lead, it's almost kind of a monotone shout, and then he's being doubled by another vocal. Let me go back and see if I can pick up what I'm hearing. Okay, you can kind of hear that extended shout in a higher range. It's more melodic than what we're hearing. That's kind of that monotone spoken element. So I'm thinking I was wrong before. So the lead is doing this shout and then someone else is doing this kind of consistent harmony, for lack of a better word. I could be wrong. I probably am. One of the reasons I love live performances is you can see who's doing what, but then sometimes when you've got great video in addition to said live performance, you don't get to see that because it cuts to different parts of the stage at different moments. Hold on. Oh, golly. I love how that started with tone and then it's as if he just stopped singing and let the texture take over. One more time. Let me get that again. I don't know how the song is going to end. What beautiful falsetto we're getting from him as well. And there's so much clarity in that sound.
It's not worth saving, so come rain on my parade. I think we could.
I know he was shouting there, but even his speaking voice has a little bit of that velvety warmth to it. I'm glad I listened to this first because it isn't quite as harsh or as metal as I thought it was going to be. He gave us quite a bit of variety vocally with texture. Again, that beautiful, warm, velvety tone in the verses. Insane, controlled texture in the chorus. I think that's what I appreciated most about that textured sound, is how consistent it was. And then of course we got that nice little, not little, but that nice scream that happened later on in the song. It wasn't really a scream, it just felt more projected and more textured. Maybe it was a scream, I don't know. Yeah, so a lot of variety as far as adduction and then allowing separation between the chords and letting air come through and what he did with that. So I think I'm gonna have a listen to the studio version off camera just so I can have an idea of how similar it may or may not be to this live performance. And then the next video you see will be Maphra's cover of this song. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.